Today we will be taking every single NBA player who's a 90 overall or above, and we're going to be using a random wheel to trade them to different teams across the league. And now with this new crazy NBA with superstars in different cities, we're going to simulate a season and live playoff scenario here on NBA 2K22 next and to determine the winner. And guys, go sit down, go relax, go grab your favorite snack. The wheel draft is up next, so let's go. Now we get the most famous wheel here on After Productions, and you see all the 20 players who are a 90 overall or above on NBA 2K22, and we begin with Giannis Antetokounmpo. And yes, unfortunately 10 teams will be not getting a player because there are only 20 players who are 90 overall or above. As we begin, Giannis Antetokounmpo staying in the East, going to the Charlotte Hornets with that young team out there. Let's see what he can do in the simulation. And now we got LeBron James of the Lakers will be going to the San Antonio Spurs. He goes to his old rival team. He almost went to the Celtics on the wheel, but next up we got Kevin Durant, and KD will be leaving the Brooklyn Nets, and he will be going to the West to join the Memphis Grizzlies. No John Moran out there, but still join that young team. The Grizzlies are going to be a tough team to beat in the West. And now we got Joel Embiid. Could have been the MVP this season, but he wasn't, and he's going to go to the Minnesota Timberwolves, replacing Karl Anthony Towns, because Karl Anthony Towns is 20 on the list. And Steph Curry, I mean, what a game 4 against the Celtics. And as a Celtics fan, this guy is unstoppable. And for today's simulation, he's going to the Dallas Mavericks. So good thing for Dallas, they lose out on Luka Doncic, but they get Steph Curry in return. As Nikola Jokic is up next. The two-time MVP will be going to the Miami Heat, joining Bam Adebayo. No Jimmy Butler there, but what will he do on the Miami Heat with that team? And here comes Luka Doncic of the Dallas Mavericks. He will be going to the East, and he will be going to Canada, joining the Toronto Raptors. Luka Doncic is now in Toronto. How interesting is that? And here comes Kawhi Leonard. He's been injured, but for the simulation, he's back and healthy, and he's going to the Golden State Warriors. What is this draft wheel so far? We got LeBron going to San Antonio, Kawhi to Golden State, Luka to Toronto, and now we got John Moran, and John Moran will be going to the Brooklyn Nets. And we are now halfway done with this wheel with all the 90 overalls being traded. And next up, we got Anthony Davis of the LA Lakers. Now the LA Lakers don't have LeBron or Davis, and now Davis will be going to the Boston Celtics, the rival team for LA. He will be playing alongside Jaylen Brown because he is in a 90 overall. And now we got James Harden of the Philadelphia 76ers, and James Harden will be going to the Lakers. Oh my goodness, this Western Conference is going to be insane. James Harden is down the Lakers with his former teammate Russell Westbrook. And now moving on, we have Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat, and he'll be going to the Cavaliers. And oh my goodness, this Cavaliers team is going to be low-key very nice. It's going to be a fun team to watch as he joins Cleveland. And here's Kyrie Irving, the former Cavalier. He will be going to the Denver Nuggets, joining Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. So the Denver Nuggets get another guard as they lose out on Jokic. And here comes Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics. He'll be going to the New York Knicks. Oh my goodness, he's going to the Knicks. Knicks fans, how do we feel about this one? And now we got back-to-back Phoenix Suns players up next. We begin with Devin Booker, and he'll be going to, it looks like the New Orleans Pelicans. And that Pelicans teams, they have no 90 overall, so I mean, they're going to be insane with Zion Williamson, Ingram, McCollum. And where is Chris Paul going to go to? Every team that he goes to seems to do well, and he's now going to go to the Milwaukee Bucks, replacing Antetokounmpo. He will join Middleton and Drew Holiday up there in the East. And now Damian Lillard is next up. He hasn't played last season very much because of injury, but he's going to be back in the simulation today, and he's going to go to the Washington Wizards. And how about the new backcourt in Washington with Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal? And next up, we got Trae Young at 19, and he'll be going to the Houston Rockets. Yes, Rockets fans, you finally get a player on the wheel, and can Trae Young take it to the promised land? It will be interesting to find out. And now we got DeMar DeRozan. Okay, no, DeMar DeRozan's 19, Trae Young's 18, and DeMar DeRozan is going to go to the Portland Trail Blazers in the simulation. As now last up is Karl Anthony Towns, and Towns will be going to the 76ers. So Karl Towns and Joel Embiid gets traded straight up. But anyways, guys, that wraps up the wheel. It's time to head on to NBA 2K22 to simulate the season. And now on to NBA 2K22. I hope your favorite team got a great player, but it's time to simulate this season. Wait, no, every team got a great player. What am I talking about? Listen, it is time to simulate the season. And we're going to briefly go over the rosters here, but shout out to people in the last 2K simulation who show love up on the screen. I appreciate all your guys' support. Let me know down below who you think is going to today's simulation, and we go over the rosters. Look at this Cavaliers team. Again, very solid with Jimmy Butler, Mobley, Allen, and Garland. And this Celtics team, if they weren't already good defensively, they now just got Anthony Davis. I mean, they're going to be unstoppable on defense. And it's at these moments in the simulations during the rosters overview, I love just to talk about basketball with you guys. Like, we just watched game 4 of the Celtics versus the Warriors in the NBA Finals. And man, Stephen Curry just really went crazy in that game. The Warriors won just because of Steph Curry. And like, Andrew Wiggins has been playing very solid. He had like 16 rebounds. He scored a little bit. He played some defense. Draymond Green, this guy, I mean, he hasn't had a great series at all. I mean, this dude, he talks a lot of stuff. I feel like he deserves the slander he gets right now. I mean, again, he does talk a lot. Let's be honest, guys. And now for the Celtics, we got to get back on track in Game 5. And I'm pretty sure when I publish this video, Game 5, this will be the day of, so it's a Monday. And I actually got tickets to Game 6 before the series even started, so I'm very hyped about that. I'm going to drive 12 hours to Boston from Pittsburgh to go to Game 6. And I'm just really excited about that. But this NBA Finals series has been so much fun. Let me know down below who you think is going to take control and win this series in the next couple of games. And back to today's simulation. I love these type of videos. I can't wait to see who's going to win after we traded the 20 players over 90 overall in the NBA. And actually, let me know down below, who are the players that got snubbed out of the 90 overall list? Like, for example, Paul George is an 88 overall. In my opinion, he's at least a 90 overall, but these are NBA2K's ratings. I'm sure by next season, he'll be up in the 90s, but right now he's an 88, which again, I don't think he is at all. He actually had a great season while he was healthy this year. If Kawhi Leonard's a 95 and Paul George an 88, to me, it just doesn't make sense because sometimes they have equal good games. But guys, the roster overview has concluded. It is time to simulate the season to see which teams will make the NBA playoffs in today's simulation. So let's simulate there right now. Here we go. So Luka Doncic goes to Toronto when he wins an MVP for the Raptors. 32 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists for Luka. Rookie of the Year goes to Cade Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons with 18 points. And per usual, Drummond wins the 6th Man of the Year as the Defensive Player of the Year. Per usual, goes to Giannis Antetokounmpo for the Hornets. But it was Stephen Curry who led the league in points. 36, unbelievable season for Curry on the Dallas Mavericks. Then we look at this. Damian Lillard and Bradley Beal, 2 Washington Wizards in the top 10 for points per game. We see Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebounds per game leader, Rudy Gobert and B. Capella. And Dwight Howard, are you serious? Dwight Howard, what a season. Then we see Christian Wood, Giannis, and then we got Nikola Vucevic. And assists per game, Luka Doncic, Kyle Lowry, Ben Simmons, and John Morant, both players for the Brooklyn Nets. They had great seasons. Draymond Green, LaMelo Ball, LeBron James is up there for the San Antonio Spurs, and Jokic for the Heat. And as we get to the NBA standings, in the East, we see the Toronto Raptors with the MVP, Luka Doncic, take the #1 seed. And as we continue on down the list, we see the Cleveland Cavaliers with Jimmy Butler. Then we got the Charlotte Hornets with Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Atlanta Hawks, how about that? No Trae Young. And the Brooklyn Nets with John Morant and Ben Simmons make it as the New York Knicks with Tatum. The Celtics with Anthony Davis and Damian Lillard. And the Wizards make it as Jokic and the Miami Heat just miss out. And look at the teams who did not make the playoffs in the East. We got the Bucks, the Sixers, the Bulls, and the Miami Heat. Again, they did not make it for the Eastern Conference. And now the West, of course, the Pelicans. Their team looks stacked on paper. They take the 1 seed. And then we got the Memphis Grizzlies, the Utah Jazz, the LA Clippers, the Golden State Warriors with Kawhi, the Spurs with LeBron, the Dallas Mavericks, and the Minnesota Timberwolves with Joel Embiid slip in as the Phoenix Suns miss out. OKC, the Lakers do not make it with James Harden, the Denver Nuggets do not make it with Kyrie Irving. And here's the official playoff bracket for today's simulation. You guys see all the 16 teams. Let me know down below. It is your last chance to tell me who you think is going to win the simulation. And remember, all these games are simulated live here in NBA 2K22 Next Gen, and the road to the finals begins here in the first round. So guys, go sit down, go relax, and let's go. We are in Washington to begin these playoffs, and the Toronto Raptors are looking to sweep the Wizards. Here is Luka on the drive. Luka Doncic clear the way. He throws it down, and the Raptors go up by 2. It's their first lead of the night. Oh my goodness, Luka Doncic. And for the Wizards, they're down in the series. They need to win this game to force 5 as Damian Lillard answers back with a spin layup. And how about this first round battle between these two superstar point guards with Luka Doncic and Damian Lillard? We are now tied about 133 with 35 seconds. Luka going at Lillard, the cross. He gets to the lane and he scores again. Luka Doncic is on one right now. He can't be stopped. But here comes Damian Lillard. I mean, what a game this is right now. Both these players going at it as Lillard gets the paint. Lillard scores again. Are you serious? This is one of the craziest opening game for us we've ever seen. And Luka Doncic has a chance to win this series right here, right now. Up 3-0 against the Wizards. It's tied at 135. Shot clock is off. They swing it around. And Anunoby top of the key. And we're now down to 7 seconds. seconds. Gary Trent Jr. Here we go. 5 seconds. They're running a screen for Luka. He gets open for 3. Puts it in. Luka Doncic gives the Raptors the lead with 1 second. Damian Lillard to keep the season alive. Off the back iron, no good. And Luka Doncic won a game 4, and the Raptors close up the Wizards in 4 games. This series is over, and we'll now move on to San Antonio. The Spurs will take down the Utah Jazz in a sweep. So look at LeBron James. He's on the conference semifinals with San Antonio. And for the Utah Jazz, their season will come to an end in a sweep in the first round. And now we head to a game 5 in Cleveland. It is the Cavaliers against the Boston Celtics. And the Celtics are down 3-1 in the series. They're down also in 3 in game 5 as Jaylen Brown, no good. And the Cavs have a chance to put the dagger into Boston right here, right now with 33 seconds. It's Jimmy Butler. Can he get revenge on the Celtics? He takes it back out. Jaylen Brown will defend. And again, this defensive lineup for the Celtics is insane. As Garland gets himself open, bang! He puts in a 3. It's a 6-point game. And that might be the series. The Celtics in desperation mode right now. Jaylen Brown, 20 seconds to go. They need a 3-pointer right here. They're going to go smart. He takes one from downtown. It's no good. Rebound Okoro up to Jimmy Butler. And this series will be over in Cleveland. And the Cavaliers will take down the Celtics in the first round in 5 games. Boston couldn't get it done with Anthony Davis after they lost Jason Tatum on the wheel. And the Cleveland Cavaliers move on. And now we will go to a game 5 in LA. It is the Clippers who will follow the Golden State Warriors with Kawhi Leonard in 5 games. Game 5, 123-100. And for the LA Clippers with Paul George, their season will come to an end here in the first round. And now we move on to New Orleans, where the Pelicans as the 1 seed will take down Joel Embiid and the 8 seed Timberwolves in 5 games. The very first round, 127-104 your final. And for Devin Booker, Zion Williamson, and McCollum, they move on. And here we go, Stephen Curry versus Kevin Durant in the first round. It's the Grizzlies against the Mavericks, where the Mavericks have a 3-2 series lead. And Jalen Brunson scores to put Dallas up by 1 with 40 seconds. They weren't going to Steph Curry right there. They went to Jalen Brunson. And here comes KD trying to force 7 for the Grizzlies. He's 1-on-1 with Green. Gets in the paint. His layup. It's good. KD will go down without a fight. And here come the Mavericks. They're looking to close this one out right here at home. And how fun is it that we get KD first step in the very first round as Curry takes it back out with 24 seconds, 9-second shot differential. Curry on the screen. Curry gets in the paint with the left hand. Oh, the fillet. Stephen Curry gives the Mavericks the lead. 18 seconds out of timeouts. Here come the Grizzlies. Their season on the line. It's Kevin Durant. You know he's going to take the shot. He's been here before. A chance to send Memphis to a game 7. 8 seconds remaining. Durant top of the key. Now down to 4 seconds. The screen from Jackson. Durant has a lane. Durant scores. No one near. He puts it down. 0.7 seconds. Curry. He gets it off in time. No good. And there will be a game 7. KD wins it. And this series isn't over just yet. And in the meantime, we go to a game 6 in Brooklyn, where the Nets with Ja Morant and Ben Simmons will beat the Atlanta Hawks in 6 games. And they win in a blowout, 103-109. And Ja Morant and Brooklyn, they look very good with this new team. And for the Hawks, their season is now over. But now a game 7 in Charlotte, where the Hornets are down by 2 against the New York Knicks. Here we go. Antetokounmpo versus Jason Tatum, a rematch of this year's playoffs. Antetokounmpo the pull-up. He missed it. And the Knicks, they have a chance to extend this lead to 2 possessions. Here's Jason Tatum to Randall to Barrett. Barrett doesn't take the 3. Now it goes to Jason Tatum. Tatum gets a screen from Robinson. Jason Tatum throws it down. It's a 4-point game in game 7. Oh my goodness. The newest New York Knicks, Jason Tatum, rises up. And for the Hornets, they are now down by 4 with under 30 seconds remaining in game 7. Who do you go to right here, right now? It's Terry Rozier. The screen from Merrill. Now to Antetokounmpo. Back to Rozier. 3-pointer. He got to go. It's a 1-point game with 14 seconds. We aren't over yet right now in Charlotte as we're looking at inbound. And they're going to Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker gets fouled. And he will go to the free throw line with 13 seconds. He makes the first one. The second one is good. Kemba Walker trying to beat his former team in the first round. As here we go. This game is not over yet. They need a 3-pointer to tie it. It goes to Harrell. Harrell on Antetokounmpo. What is he doing? No good. And that's going to do it on Antetokounmpo. Wow, 3-pointer with 3 seconds. And the fans will make their way to the exits as a heartbreaking loss here in Charlotte for Game 7. The New York Knicks will take down the Hornets 110-106 in Game 7. And the Knicks will be moving on. And so we saw KD force Game 7, and they go to Game 7 as the Grizzlies will take down Stephen Curry and the Dallas Mavericks 122-134 in Game 7. Durant with 34, 6-9. What a big-time game from him. Curry pitching 37. And now we are on our way to the conference semifinals. You guys see the matchups. It's going to be a very good round. So many great teams going at it. Hopefully your favorite team is still in it, but without further ado, guys, go sit down, go relax. We're going to simulate this round right now, so here we go. So we begin the conference semifinals off in New York, where the Cavaliers will take down the Knicks 113-109 in a sweep. And the Cavaliers, they're on a roll. They beat the Celtics in 5 and now the Knicks in 4. And the Cleveland Cavaliers will be moving on to the Eastern Conference in today's simulation. And we are now in Memphis, where the Grizzlies will go down to the San Antonio Spurs in a matchup between LeBron James and KD. LeBron James gets the edge as the Spurs will beat the Grizzlies in 5 games. And for the Memphis Grizzlies, their season ends here. And now we enter a Game 5 in New Orleans. It is the Golden State Warriors who will take down the #1 seed, and down go the Pelicans in 5 games. And the Warriors with Kawhi Leonard, Klay Thompson, and Wiggins will get the job done, and they'll move on to the West Finals. And we had no close games in the second round. That's a rarity, but the Toronto Raptors with Luka Doncic will take down Ja Morant and the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn in 6 games, 118-111, and the Raptors will be moving on to the Eastern Finals. And we are now down to the final 4 teams. In the West, we have the Warriors versus Spurs, and in the East, we have the Raptors versus the Cavaliers. It's going to be a fun matchup. Kawhi versus LeBron and Luka versus Jimmy Butler. Who's going to take each series and move to the NBA Finals? Well, guys, sit down, sit back, relax. I hope you're enjoying the simulation at this point, so let's continue on. Here we go. And we go to a close game in San Antonio, where the Spurs have a 3-2 series against the Golden State Warriors. And Kawhi's back in San Antonio's Klay Thompson. Bang! Klay Thompson in the corner. It's Game 6, Klay. And the Warriors are trying to force Game 7. And if you're the Spurs, you have to win this game. You can't afford to go to a Game 7 in San Francisco as LeBron the spin. LeBron puts it in over Kawhi Leonard. Oh my goodness, what a Game 6 we got going on in San Antonio. And Greg Popovich, he rises to his feet as his fans do as well. 25 seconds. Golden State has the ball. It's Kawhi Leonard against LeBron James. Kawhi gives to Looney. He can't shoot. Now goes to Draymond. Draymond with 14 on the shot clock. 3-second cut differential. It's Kawhi Leonard against LeBron James again. Kawhi, spin, cross. LeBron stays in front. Great defense. Kawhi, he can't get anything. Open. Draymond for 3. Off the mark. Rebound to DeJounte Murray. 2 seconds. No timeouts. This for the series. No good, and we're gonna go to overtime in San Antonio. What a Game 6. This one isn't over yet. Now in overtime, 14 seconds remain. The Spurs have the ball up by 1. They can get the dagger right here. LeBron James around the screen. The jumper on his way. No good. Rebound. Here come the Warriors. No timeouts. 3 seconds. Green. Kawhi. And he stepped out of bounds. The Spurs fans let him hear it. Kawhi Leonard might have cost the Warriors their season. And yes, he did. This game is over, and the series is over. Kawhi steps out of bounds, and the Spurs will hold on and win this series in 6 games. If the Warriors want to run, but it will come to an end on the road in Game 6 in San Antonio. And now the Eastern Conference Finals. We have a Game 7 in Toronto, 45 seconds, and we are all tied up. It is Jimmy Butler versus Luka Doncic, as Jimmy Butler around the screen, looking to give the Cavs the lead. A wild shot, and it's no good. Rebound pass for Siakam, and these fans are going to go crazy right now. The Raptors can take control and win this game right here to move to the finals. It's Luka Doncic against Garland. Luka draws 2 and goes to Siakam. Great defense from the Cavaliers. Shot clock now down to 10 seconds. And now here comes the screen pass to Siakam, gives it to Anunoby. And there's only 5 seconds on the shot clock. Gary Trent Jr. throws it away. Stolen by Darius Garland. 2-on-1 on the break. 13 seconds, no timeouts. Garland finds Allen, and he gets the layup to go. Cavaliers have the lead. Unbelievable. People are shocked in this arena right now. But the Raptors down by 2 with 4 seconds. Doncic for the win. No good, and the Cavaliers will win this game and go to the finals. Unbelievable. I mean, are you serious? What just happened? And wow, I'm still speechless after those 2 conference final series, and now we get to the NBA Finals. It is the Cavaliers with Jimmy Butler against LeBron James and the San Antonio Spurs. So can LeBron James beat his former team, or can the Cavaliers get another championship? Let's find out in today's video, so sit down, sit back, relax, and let's continue on. And we go to the finals in 5 games. It's going to be over. The Cavaliers will take down the San Antonio Spurs, and they will be the NBA champions. LeBron James will lose to his former team in the championship, 114-92, your Game 5 final. And they are celebrating in Cleveland. Jimmy Butler gets drafted by the wheel to the Cavs, and he gives them a championship. And I need to see your guys' reactions in the comments to this simulation. I mean, this one was so much fun as Jimmy Butler celebrating with the fans. LeBron James, if he would have beat his former team, would have been one of the greatest stories ever, but he couldn't get it done as the Cavaliers win the simulation. But guys, thank you so much for watching today's simulation. I really do appreciate all the support. I read every single comment. You guys are seriously all the goats, and it's Halftime Productions. I'll see you in the next one, and we out.